I'm doing it for my daughter.
Life is a preposterously, like, miraculous gift.
Sam, how do young men deal with black pill realities while also trying to be successful in modern society? Do young men need to live in a cognitive dissonance in order to be successful?
Yes.
Or should they be true to themselves?
No. You're going to need to live with cognitive dissonance, and you're going to need to not be true to yourself. There's a line, obviously. It's up to you where you're gonna toe that line, but many a lad has fallen prey to the HR department due to some based tweets, and there's very little you can do about that. There's very little you can do while tweeting with your real name, so yeah, you do have to kind of just suck it up and live with it. You know, you don't want to change the way you think based on the environment, but you know, life has always been difficult, and navigating life now, it's more of a psychic, emotional, mental difficulty than a physical one. But that is your lot in life, so suck it up.
Real quick though, I want to go back to the artistic. This show, what's so brilliant about it is the transition, the art. Why do we live, Sam, in this postmodern world where every building looks like a Costco? The new Texas Ranger Stadium looks like a damn Costco. Why have we lost, even in our TV shows, every show that you watch on Netflix doesn't have the same level of artistry that you guys have? Why have we lost that in the media and architecture and every aspect of our modern life?
It's hard to talk about because it's all interdependent. It's small things that are all interlinked, and they combine to generally lower the quality of life and lower our humanity and our dignity. And if you start talking, you can pick any one thing to start talking about it, whether it's the racial disintegration that's being pushed on certain groups of people. Stuff, you can pick any thread to start pulling apart, and you can go off for 2 hours and sound crazy. But it's just because every possible attack surface on humanity right now is under attack, and that's why the quality of life is being lowered across the board for everybody.
Well, Sam, you're exactly right, because you can look at like homeless architecture, how they have specific architecture so a homeless guy can't even sit on a bench. They don't want you to be able to sit on a bench. And then I was watching another video on YouTube about how the airport terminals at Heathrow Airport are purposely drab and don't have stuff in certain areas because they want you to go where all the shops are and stuff. So we purposely make stuff ugly and gross in order to encourage people to shop and waste money on shit that they don't need. So is this done? So you're telling me that they're doing this? This is a targeted attack of a lack of artistry.
It's a combination. It's like anything. It's a combination of targeted attacks and just the sort of natural phenomena that arise when there's introductions of new technology and new ways of life. And there are certain technologies and ways of life that are so advantageous to use that if you don't use them, you get left behind in the dust. It's not necessarily because someone top down is imposing these structures on society all the time. It's just that the combination of these effects leads to this degradation that's happening.
I know. I mean, it just feels like every building that you see, there's nothing left in the gas tank. So I think that I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but we are getting dumber as a civilization. And you look at Idiocracy is basically a documentary. So how do you guys, Sam, and I want to ask you first, I really like to get Charles.
The black pill, Stein, the black pill, there's black pills everywhere. It's to be cynical. You sound like the smartest guy in the room if you're the most cynical person in the room, and you say that the sky is falling and everything's ending, because you are right 99% of the time, and in 99% of the circumstances that you can look at. You're correct if you say this is bad. You know what I mean? Cynics are correct. The flip side of that, though, is that the reason we're here is because we're the product of innumerable battles across time and space that have been won by the optimists, by the people who try. So the antidote to the black pill is just to be the 1% that is actually trying to push things forward, to hold together society, to hold together a local bubble of strength and safety, and do good work. And that's what, we look around, there's bad stuff everywhere, but there's also good stuff everywhere. Life is a preposterously, like, miraculous gift. And the reason for all the good stuff that there is in life, it's not because some smart aleck 2,000 years ago was like, everything's bad. It's because, 2,000 years, the people that we come from, they fought to continue existing and to make life better for their descendants. You know what I mean?
The important point is with this stuff here, with the dark triad and the essentially black pill on women, like finding out what female nature is it's pretty close to a black pill. It's vitally important that once you read this and internalize it and know what's going on, once you internalize this stuff, you take in the black pill, you really have to reject stuff that is too cruel. Otherwise you're going to end up basically a gay man. It is the case that every day, even some of the worst ones, are gifts. They are gifts. Every day is a gift from a creator who loves you and wants the best for you. When you get into the weeds and you start thinking, what do we do? What do we do? What's going to happen? It's easy to black pill because it is such a complicated problem. Everything is interdependent and constantly evolving, not to mention rigged, that a solution is hard to be seen. But in terms of your actual life, when you close Twitter and you go back to reality, you have people, you have the air outside, you have just being here, just being alive. Like, there's a whole world out there. There's a whole world out there, guys. And it is the one we have. It's the very best. It's unbelievable. It's filled with joy and opportunity. It's the best thing. It's the only thing you have. Probably should all enjoy it to the max. Live it to the max, bro. Yeah.
What does this war matter when pornography is legal, when sports are still going on, when Hollywood is allowed to make subversive, satanic content, I guess if you want to call it that? You're being replaced in your own homeland. You're not even allowed to have a homeland because you're a son of Adam and they want you dead. What does a foreign war mean to me? You know what it means to me? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
It means nothing to me. And I have empathy or sympathy for people that have to deal in war-torn places, of course. But what are you supposed to do about that? The only thing you can do is pray. It's the only power you have. Mankind's only power is that of prayer. And if you abdicate that, you become just like a vile, fallen angel demon with no lifeblood. You have no life breathed into you. They have no souls. They have no power. They need to fool mankind to do their bidding. That's what it is.
Prayer is what needs to be done.
That's the only power is prayer. That's it. And not getting black-pilled. If you get black-pilled, you abdicate your power of prayer.
What does black-pilled mean?
Black-pilled means totally demoralized to where we've
Almost
already
atheist?
lost everything. Yeah. We've lost everything. The ruler's just going to do what they want. When the black pill is evidence that a demoralization against praying and against faith and hope is the prime target for this warfare.
So black-pilled means giving up.
Giving up. It's learned helplessness. It's necessary for a prison or a panopticon to operate properly. Otherwise, the people would kill their rulers. And if you're scared, then your faith is annihilated. Then your power of prayer is hijacked and turns into demoralization and dread, and that manifests their will.
The way I was brought up was to stay optimistic,
Yeah.
which is good because it might as well be prayer.
Yeah,
And
it
so
is.
It's the opposite of black pill.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the white pill.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. It's just God has like a plan for things, and that's really how I was brought up. So it's nice to keep your head in the sand and have faith, and that's it.
It's better than lending your own soul into the destruction of the world, because you will be hijacked and you will make it happen faster because your prayer contributes to the mass prayer.
Whatever happened to just trying to make people laugh?
Can't have that. No, it's just the revenge and the genocide and the blood vendettas from the Bible still continue. So like laughter and comedy doesn't mean anything to those who are in it to win. It means nothing.
It's bastards.
It's all just, it burns your life away. But we're agents of laughter, so our job is to make sure people don't just give up.
Yeah, I agree. And I think really what makes you guys special is you guys do not give two shits what people think. You guys are unapologetically yourself. But then the reason why I do get, and you're right, it shouldn't be black pill, but then I look at guys like Elon Musk. He's the most powerful guy in the world. I think Elon Musk is kind of a douche, personally. I mean, I think he's full of shit. A lot of stuff he says. He kind of has Jeffrey Epstein vibes, trying to get all these girls pregnant and be a deadbeat dad. So I don't know. I see him being one of the most powerful guys, and everybody on Twitter sucking his dick. It does kind of make me, it feels like we live in a fruitless society. Like in the future, if he's our best fucking representation of the modern man and success, we're fucked.
I think Elon he's definitely autistic, and he's probably using too much ketamine, but I also think he's one of the great men of our age, and I mean, who knows what the end result of his life's work is going to be, but I'm not sure getting caught up in like a cult of personality thing with Elon makes a big difference one way or the other. I think we should probably just let him cook and make sure that these AI guys don't do too much freaky shit like this pound.
Well, we are screwed with the AI. I just saw a clip of Sam Altman talking about how they're just waiting for the humanoid version of AI because they can't even make a hand yet. So is that the next thing, Sam?
I'm not worried about AI because AI is sophisticated autocomplete. And I think that if I worked in AI, I would be very worried about AI. I'd be very worried about how to continue to prop up the stock price. It's unclear who is going to capture the value of this technology. There are people who are talking about making LLMs like a public utility. There's people like if I were in AI, I'd be frantically worrying and trying to figure out who is going to come out on top as the sort of Apple or Google of AI. But as an outsider, I'm not really worried about it.
And it struck me that like my whole adult life, I've just been completely selfish, and every day, even our bad days, I'm not going to say your worst day, but it is an absurdly improbable blessing. It's a gold microphone. It's an absurdly improbable blessing that we're able to be alive, and it's every day is a gift from a creator that loves you. And it isn't
Brazilian.
Creator. He wants you to hide the top of your head. That's very important. You can't show the top of your head to God. It's very bad. Take that off before something demonic happens.